equilibrium that determines the prices we pay for the goods we buy in competitive markets. The price of the French fries you had for lunch was determined by a market equilibrium. Wow, that lecture's on fire. But could there be a duller place to learn such exciting economics? Consider the market for fire extinguishers. Supply and demand intersect at the market equilibrium. To see why we expect the price to gravitate to that level, think about what would happen if the price were higher or lower. If the price were up here, the quantity supplied would be 750 and the quantity demanded would be 300, so there would be excess supply in the market. What would you do if you were selling fire extinguishers in a market with 750 units for sale and only 300 demanded? It would be time to lower your price and get rid of some of the surplus. Now suppose the price were below equilibrium. If the price were down here, the quantity demanded would be 725 and the quantity supplied would be 250. With this excess demand, firms could charge more and still sell all of their units, so up the price would go until it reached the equilibrium point at which the quantity demanded would equal the quantity supplied. We can track the equilibrium to see what happens to price and quantity when things change in the market. For example, suppose that reports in the national media of a tragic fire increase the demand for fire extinguishers. The demand curve will shift to the right, and at the old price there will be excess demand, so the equilibrium price will rise and the equilibrium quantity will increase. Suppose instead that there's a decrease in the tariff on aluminum imports and the cost of making fire extinguishers goes down. Supply will increase and the supply curve will shift to the right. At the old price, there will be excess supply, so the price will come down and the equilibrium quantity will increase. What you doing?
Watching paint dry.
Oh. If both curves shift, again, follow the equilibrium to see what happens to price and quantity. Suppose demand increases and supply decreases. The increase in demand will increase the price and increase the quantity. The decrease in supply will increase the price and decrease the quantity. Put the two shifts together and we know that the price increases, but what happens to the quantity? That depends on the relative sizes of the shifts. In this case, the quantity increases because the increase in demand was larger than the decrease in supply. What do you think?
You're blocking the paint.
Wow, I guess there are duller places. This place isn't so bad after all. And in the case of double shifts, you always know the direction of one of the changes, like the price change in this story. The other change depends on the relative sizes of the shifts. But remember, always follow the equilibrium to see what happens.